Members of Global Right has planned on solution to inequalities and mismanagement of natural resources in Nigeria. The Executive Director of Global Rights, Abiodun Bayo, has disclosed that Nigeria is one of the leading mineral resources in the world, yet the country is in chaos and the level of poverty is extremely high and not translating to wealth. Abiodun Bayo advises Nigeria government to look into agriculture and solid mineral in order to boost our economy if well managed. She made this known at the conference briefing and consultation on inequalities and natural resources management in Abuja, while one of the members of Natural Resources Government Institute, Tenny George, said that our organization has focused on the area of inequalities and how to manage natural resources for the benefit of Nigeria by adding value that can get them employment and economic activities that will place Nigeria on world stage. Moreover, Executive Director, African Center for Leadership, Strategy and Development, Monday Osasa, claims that women are left behind in all social ramifications due to discrimination and economic status. Meanwhile, Monday Osasa urges the government to look into the matter of gender inequalities.
So this pre-conference is a meeting to elicit the concerns of stakeholders on the issues of inequality in Nigeria, especially with regards to extractives in the country. This is towards a larger meeting of issues of inequality and extractives in West Africa. As you know, that Nigeria is one of the richest resource countries in the world, and yet that our poverty levels are extremely high, that it's not translating to wealth for citizens, and the gap, the inequality gaps are just too wide. This conference is seeking to address those issues primarily. Issues that have been identified, of course, are the mismanagement of natural resources, conflicting policies by governments, the failure to look at the impact of climate change on natural resource governance, state capture continues. State capture, impunity and corruption continue to be a resounding theme around these issues, and so that we also just need to look at these issues and think about how to deal with these issues effectively. We need a people-centered governance of natural resources. That's where to start from. That we must put power back in the hands of ordinary people in West Africa, in Nigeria, to determine how those resources, whether they should be honest or not, and that if they are, we must be able to put enough power in the hands of people to make informed decisions about it. Democracy is not just about electing people into offices, but also about people choosing what happens with their resources, natural resources being one of them, ensuring that people are able to take the information they have, make the right decision that ensures that even the poorest amongst us are able to harness the benefits of the natural resources that our country offers. There are a number of them. One of them is agriculture, and that we must look at tapping into the natural resources that agriculture affords us. The other is solid minerals. We are coming to the end of oil very soon. Nigeria also needs to begin to think about the end of oil and what will happen with our solid minerals. So we have such a lot of solid minerals across the country, gold, sapphire, and we must think about which one of them are ready to be honest and which ones we should leave in the soil. Nigeria is not at a very good place right now, as you know, and I think that we're all looking for solutions. I think that rubber having met the road, that we're all confronted with how fragile we've become. That should drive political will. If we still do not have political will at this point to implement, then the prognosis is very dire indeed.
So as initially said, this is a very timely topic, looking at West Africa high-level policy conference on equalities and natural resource management. My organization has been focused on this area for the past decade in Nigeria, but we come with global perspectives on what is going on across the world and how natural resources are being managed for the benefit of citizens in different countries. And we have value add that helps Nigerians to get more jobs, which will address our inequity and our inequalities, get more economic activity going on, place Nigeria on the world stage to compete where it has not so far. There are so many issues on the fore that we need to address, that we need to bring and elevate, and make sure that as a people, we're thinking about today, tomorrow, but we're planning for it. There are so many issues that we have to address now, so I implore all of us, as we're thinking about ways to address our inequality and our natural resource management, we should look at where we have faltered today, yesterday, and to make sure that we do not fail for our future generations.
Why this is everywhere in society, the women are the worst hit. Because if you want to measure vulnerability, the main people that you really talk about are women and children. And we have seen over the years that even though all of us have been talking about the Sustainable Development Goals that has the overarching mantra of leaving no one behind, we have seen, especially from our client, that the women folk has been left behind. And they have been left behind by way of discrimination. They have been left behind by way of their socioeconomic status. They have been left behind because of their place of residence. So if you are married to a man and you are not from that community, they said you are not, you can't access certain privileges and opportunities because you are not from there. So in the area of governance, they are also left behind. And all of this goes to expand the inequality gap in our client. And our responsibility today is to perhaps look at the Nigerian realities and see how we can come up with something concrete to take forward in that meeting. And one thing which also our research, our current research is talking about, is on CDA development.
Atonda Babatunde, GTV Africa.